They're not going to be successful,
No.
Jaylo.
Hi.
Yes, you're petting a dog right now.
I know I am.
How's that feel?
Are we recording?
Yes.
Good. He's trying to... What are you doing? He's trying to take my space.
Yeah, he's a big dog. He likes to get into your space. He's very lovable, but he likes a lot of attention.
Okay, you go play. Go play. Go play.
Hold on.
Okay.
Rizza,
Rizza.
go.
Good boy.
Good boy. You have to be a little bit more forceful.
Water.
Yeah. You got to be more forceful with these dowels.
I'm too nice.
I know. Well, your family didn't have big dogs or what?
They weren't too big. They were like little dogs to medium size.
Okay, yeah.
They weren't too big.
The little dogs are problematic.
I don't think they're that problematic. I think you may just be
Intelligent,
exaggerating.
wise behind,
Exaggerating.
beyond my ears.
Exaggerating.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I like them all. I like them in all different shapes and sizes.
I prefer bigger dogs, but you already know that about me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you're limiting yourself to the size of dogs, though.
Really?
Yes, I do.
If I expanded my dog views, I
Yes.
could have a lot more fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Going to parks, interacting with these animals.
Yeah, being in the snow with dogs.
That might be fun. Get a
Yeah.
dog sled.
Mush. Yeah.
Go run the Iditarod.
Iditarod, yeah. Maybe not so much the Iditarod, but I don't even know what they do.
Well, it's like a race.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I shouldn't say run it, but have a sled that's
Mm-hmm.
pulled by dogs.
Yeah.
And go through the Iditarod.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very dangerous. People have died doing it before.
Oh, really?
But you get a lot out of it. I haven't read Call of the Wild by Jack London,
Yeah.
but I believe it's based on the Iditarod.
Oh, really?
Don't quote me on that. I could be
Yeah,
completely wrong.
I think I watched the movie version of it with Rick Schroeder. Rick Schroeder was the main character. I don't remember. I think I may have read the book, but it's been so long. It's been so long since I read it or watched the movie.
I haven't explored his stuff, but I really should. I've heard a lot of good stuff because you wrote that, and you wrote another book that was pretty popular.
White Fang?
White Fang, that's the one.
Yeah, White Fang was made into a movie, but I did not see that.
He was also an avid sports fan. Mm-hmm. You know about Jack Johnson, right?
Oh yeah, the Jack Johnson, the musician.
The boxer.
The boxer? No, I heard of the musician.
Okay, so there's this famous boxer back around the turn of the last century. Mm-hmm. And Jack London, I believe, wrote articles against him. But he was this really good boxer, and he got arrested under the Mann Act because people didn't like that he was such a good boxer and that he was black. So the government concocted this scheme where they invented this law. Thank you for distracting me with water.
You're welcome.
And they made him guilty of a crime that wasn't a crime when he committed it. So they retroactively put him in Leavenworth, I believe, for like 3 years.
Leavenworth Prison?
Yes.
Where is that?
It's... I don't know where it's at, babe.
Well, I know there's a...
I don't keep track of prisons that...
Well, I know there's a Leavenworth, Washington. That's why I was asking. There's a Leavenworth, Washington.
But there used to be a prison by the same name. And he was a prisoner there, I believe, from 1913 to 1916. There's a really good book about him called Unforgivable Blackness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And what's that show? History on Fire did a 3-part series on him, which is great.
Huh.
Ken Burns did a documentary on him, which is really good. 2-part one.
I see.
Yep. But you're not familiar with Jack Johnson.
Not the boxer.
No.
The singer, a little bit.
Where'd all the good people go, babe?
I don't know.
Where did they go?
I don't know. You ever heard that song by Paula Cole? Where have all the cowboys gone?
I have.
Yeah. Interesting song.
Interesting song, yeah.
Yeah.
Alana.
Yes.
What have you been getting into the last couple of days?
I've been kind of trying to catch up on Frasier. I took a break I'm taking a little break from the book right now.
Okay, and how's this Frasier thing been going for you?
It's good. I'm on season 6, so I'm a little bit behind, but I'm sure I'll catch up eventually. I think that because Netflix is going to discontinue it in another week or so, I'm going to probably continue it on another streaming service.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. It's really funny.
I've been having a lot of fun rewatching it with you.
It's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on season 9. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
We were watching some episodes earlier.
Yes.
I've noticed that they're starting to do flashbacks more in the 9th season. A cat just jumped on the table.
Okay.
It's Ollie, the cat who really likes me.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't like me. He just nipped me earlier.
Yeah, the only time he nipped me was when you and I were holding hands. True.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
Yeah. He's like coming up to my face.
Yeah, and he's literally trying to move my hand away with his paw.
Yeah. Apparently he doesn't like anybody else either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is with this cat.
I think he's still trying. I think maybe he nipped because he's trying to see what I'm all about, I guess.
I don't think he likes anybody else, but he's really, for some reason, he's taken a liking to me.
He's very attached to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's as attached as he's going to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he's coming up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's purring at me.
Okay.
I'm not going to pet you because you are not a very good boy.
He's not a very good boy. Now he's coming back to me.
Okay, you go to Rick.
So what's your favorite episode of Frasier? Do you have one?
There's so many good ones, but one of the funniest ones that I watched recently, besides the last one that we watched together, is when Niles was living in the Shangri-La apartments now because his wife divorced him.
Yeah.
They got divorced, and now he has to downgrade to an apartment that wasn't like his other one, and he wants to give a dinner. So he hosts a dinner at him and Maris's old house, and they're trying to host a dinner. They're trying to making preparations for the dinner, and they smell this really bad smell on the beach because the house is on the beach.
Yeah.
And there's this dead seal and trying to figure out ways to get rid of it. That was really funny.
It's a great show.
Yes.
So many great shows out there.
Yes.
I told you that I've been watching this series. I actually finished the first season called The Boys.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. It's about these superheroes and this group of people who's going after them. And Elizabeth Shue is on it. Mm-hmm. She's really good in the show.
Elizabeth Shue.
It's one of those Amazon original shows.
Interesting.
I really like it.
Is she the one that was in there for a while or not for a while but briefly and finds out how corrupt they are and now she's against them?
No, there's this other lady, something Moriarty. I forgot her first
Kathy?
name. No, it's not Kathy Moriarty.
Okay.
It's I forgot her first name, but she's really good on the show.
Okay.
She plays this goody two shoes person who's always dreamed of becoming a superhero, and she gets in the group of the seven. It's this show's version of the Justice League. Mm-hmm. This cat is distracting, and she decides to fight the system from within. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very good stuff.
Very good stuff.
I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you came over today.
Me too. And I got a good nap out of it too. I was really tired.
So run me through this. Mm-hmm. You come over today around 11:30, would you say?
Just about, yeah. 11:30, somewhere around there.
We hang out. We listen to some music.
Yep.
What do we listen to? I can't. We listen to...
we listen to some Smokey Robinson.
Some Zapp and Roger. Which is always good.
Which I was very, very surprised that you didn't hear the version of Ooh Baby Baby from Zapp and Roger.
It was really good, though.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it. Yeah. I liked it the moment I heard it. I'm like, this is a pretty good version for an 80s song.
Yeah.
It was really popular. And we talked a little bit about Zapp and Roger, and... it was fun, and then we had some lunch.
Oh, so we found out something kind of sad. Mm-hmm. We go to Burgerville. Jaylo, do you want to tell the story, okay?
They discontinued the Mocha Perk milkshake, which is Rick's favorite milkshake, and actually I love it too, but he loves it more than I do, actually.
Okay, so to give you an idea how much I enjoy this milkshake, when I was no longer living in Portland, Ollie, down. See, listen to me. Okay, great.
Good.
Or he. Anyways,
He. Yes.
that was distracting. Anyways, when I would come back here to visit, I would always go to Burgerville to get the Mocha Burke milkshake. It just tasted so good. So Alana has this thing to where she's like, "You're going to Mocha Burke so much, okay? You need to try something different."
Well, and I want to try something different. I didn't want to get stuck on one thing because I've, if I get stuck on one thing and I really like it, I tend to get it again and again and again, and I don't want to get into that habit because then I rob myself of trying anything different because I always thought too much of a good thing isn't good.
We came to the agreement that we'd alternate who got to pick the drink.
Yeah.
And this time it was your turn.
It was.
We asked them what was on the menu. Because they do seasonal milkshakes.
They do.
And then you were kind enough to suggest that maybe we get a Mocha Burke. And we find out that they changed their milkshake menu. They're no longer offering the Mocha Burke.
Right.
It's a sad day in America, babe.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Well, we had the alternative, but it was surprisingly really good because I wasn't sure. We had this gingerbread cookie milkshake, and it was really good. And they had like a piece of cookie on the top of it, and I was a little bit concerned that maybe the gingerbread would be too sweet because sometimes gingerbread cookies are. And I like gingerbread cookies too, but I wasn't sure how the texture was going to be, and I thought the ginger was going to be too sweet or the spices, and it was pleasantly surprising.
It's like just right, I felt.
Yeah, and the chunks of gingerbread cookie were just so good. It was really good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do next time, though.
Yeah. Well, I would offer that you
a protest.
No.
Pick at their stores.
No.
Bring back the Burke.
No.
I'll wear a shirt that says "Bring back the Burke."
No, Mocha Perk milkshake I think has served its purpose.
Okay.
I have a feeling that you're not going to be protesting against Burgerville anytime soon.
I will over this.
No.
I'll take this fight to my grave. Some things you got to be ready to die for.
Oh, jeez. Not for a milkshake.
Oh.
You're going a little bit overboard there.
Oh, so what do you suggest?
I suggest that you expand your horizons when it comes to milkshakes. Or try another milkshake. Even if it's just a regular chocolate shake.
I'm being forced into this. I have no other options. I must try another milkshake.
You must try another milkshake. But I think it's a motivation for you to try different things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because I think, and me included, I'm definitely guilty about this. When I go to a restaurant that I really like, I end up getting like the same thing for a long time. I don't branch out and get something else other than what I usually get. Whether it's food, whether it's drinks,
We all fall into these habits.
We all do.
And this is a good reminder that things change regardless of how I feel about it.
Right.
Things are going to transition into a new way of doing things. And this is a step in that.
Right. And I think it's good that there's change because then it keeps a business going, I think.
But nobody wanted this.
Nobody. What do you mean nobody?
I didn't want this. I'm a consumer. I was part of the reward program. I know I'm going to sound like a complete weirdo.
Yeah, you are.
But yes, I was part of the...
You already do.
Back when they had a reward program for loyal customers.
RZA, down.
You're
down.
Not doing it, babe.
Okay, I'm not as good as he is.
RZA, down. Down. Down.
Good.
No, you're not supposed to say good. Down.
Okay, whatever.
Down. RZA, down. Down.
Did you do it?
Down. Good boy.
There we go.
See, you're the type of person who will pet a dog and say down, and if they don't go down, you'll be like, oh, good boy.
Well, you're a lot more. Your voice is a lot more booming than mine is.
No, you are.
And that's what I'm doing.
Oh, good boy.
Oh, stop it. Well, I think I'm in some ways I'm too nice to dogs. I love dogs so much.
I love dogs too, but you got to show that you're the alpha.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm. You can't just be like, Oh, you want
That's why I don't know that I would be able to get a guide dog just for that reason.
Don't want my face. Oh, you just want my face. Oh, good boy.
Oh, jeez.
You can't pet them and tell them that they're good when they're not obeying
All
their
right.
commands.
Can we drop it now?
We can drop it.
This is not about me and dogs.
Okay, so back in the day, Burgerville had a reward program.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to send out these emails talking about the seasonal stuff. They would, I don't think they tell you events, but they tell you other stuff that was going on with like the farm that they outsourced stuff from, if I'm remembering correctly. And you would get this card. If you made a certain amount of purchases, you get like, I think free fries or something. And on your birthday month, they would add $5 to your card.
Nice.
I was a member of the rewards program. Mm-hmm. This is how much I liked Burgerville. Mm-hmm. Now I'm seeing that my loyalty was for no good reason. They have cast me aside, Alana, and moved on.
No, it wasn't just you. The reward program, if anyone was on it, was affected.
Well, no, but first they get rid of the reward program. Then 5.5 short years later, they get rid of the Mocha Burke milkshake. What's going to be next?
I don't know. But sometimes change is good. There might be another milkshake that you might like even better than Mocha Burke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Likely not, but maybe.
I think so.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I was reading this book by Stephen Bogart, who is the son of the legendary actor Humphrey Bogart.
Right.
It's a pretty good book. Mm-hmm. I believe it's called In Search of Humphrey Bogart, or In Search of My Father. In Search of My Father.
Okay.
And he said in it that Bogart didn't like to go to doctors.
Wow.
And one day he goes and he's diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
And then he's like, well, I guess I'm going to the doctors from now on.
Yeah.
I guess going to doctors is part of my life. He only lived about a year after that, so he didn't have to go to the doctors too often.
Right.
Except to have the shit removed and get on medication and die. And yeah.
Wow. Well, that would be true if he actually had cancer somewhere else.
What do you mean? He did have cancer.
Well, wait, what kind of cancer was it?
So they thought it was throat cancer. They opened him up and operated, but it had spread by that time. And I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he ended up dying technically of lung cancer.
Oh.
Even though it didn't originate there.
Well, Jim Henson didn't want to go to doctors either.
That's right, but he didn't die of cancer.
No, he didn't. It was a blood disorder, I think, or something with his blood.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. He was really sick, though.
I thought it was some sort of pneumonia.
It might have been. I can't remember. But he was pretty sick. He was so sick that even though him and his wife were going through a divorce, he asked her to stay with him in his room.
And she did.
She did, yeah. And they never got divorced. But he told her to stay with him.
Have you read the book yet that they wrote about him?
What is it?
I think it's just called Jim Henson. I read it about 6 years ago and it was really, really good.
I did not read it, but I saw the documentary called Jim Henson in His Own Words, and I have it.
I haven't even heard of that one.
It's a PBS documentary. It's really good.
Okay. You were in the same room as Jim Henson.
Kind of. I don't remember where I was seated. I was 9 years old. I was in the Kennedy Center for, I was a part of this thing called the Very Special Arts Festival in Washington, D.C.
You are a very special girl.
Wow, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I hope you meant that in a good way.
I hope I do too. Go ahead.
But it was made up of people with all different kinds of disabilities. And at the end of the last night before we left, we went to this ceremony that was being broadcasted. And Jim Henson, before we started the broadcast, he was on the balcony making shadow puppets.
That's pretty cool.
And the audience members were laughing. But someone explained to us that he was making shadow puppets because none of us could see what he was doing. It was really, really cool.
And then he died.
And then he died a year later. Yep. That is one thing that no other 9-year-old, how should I say this? Not a lot of 9-year-olds get to do. And get to travel to Washington, D.C. and perform at the Kennedy Center. And
I did not get to do that. I've never performed at the Kennedy Center.
No, I can say it. Now that you can say that you know someone who did.
That's true. I'm dating someone who did.
That's right.
That's right.
Right. It was a very good experience. We were my friend and I were supposed to be in the ceremony, but it didn't work out.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. They wanted us to be in the ceremony. I'm not sure exactly what we were supposed to do, but that didn't happen, so we weren't in there.
I'm sorry to hear that, babe.
That's okay. That's fine. We had a really good night, and we stayed up very late.
How late?
We stayed up until midnight, and keep in mind, the kids that went with me were ages from 7 to 11 total. So we shouldn't have been up that late, but we had to wake up early and get to the airport because we were leaving on a Sunday. So yeah.
I'm glad you got to experience that.
Yeah, it was good, and this was around the time that my dad left overseas because he was on duty, and this was around June of '89. So my mom was with the three of us, and my dad was overseas, and we didn't see him until Christmas.
Wow.
Yep. I know. I remember that year very well.
I don't.
Well, that's because you didn't know I existed, easy.
Well, I mean, I don't remember my time in
1989. Okay.
Yeah, I remember bits and pieces of it, but not fully.
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
I definitely did not go to DC.
No.
No, I wish I would have.
Oh.
Alana, today,
Yes.
or rather this evening,
Yep.
you watched my favorite Christmas special.
Yeah, the BoJack Horseman Christmas special.
What were your thoughts?
I thought it was quite funny, actually. It was like no other Christmas special I ever saw in my life. It was really funny.
Do you want to give the description?
So, BoJack Horseman, the horse, and his human friend Todd are at home watching his Horsing Around, which is BoJack Horseman's 80s sitcom, which is kind of strange. His Christmas special, and BoJack is like, no, I don't want to watch it. And Todd's really into Christmas. He's like, okay, I'll watch it with you. And so they're watching it, and unbeknownst to BoJack, he starts getting into it. You're really getting into it, Todd says. But it's about this wish that this little girl on the show makes to Santa Claus, and the chaos that ensues.
She wants to see her dead parents.
She wanted her dead parents to come back to life, yes.
But I'm glad her parents died, if it meant her getting to spend a Christmas with BoJack.
Yeah, it was quite funny because BoJack's like, I'm glad your parents are dead and not coming back. And she said, I'm really glad too. I thought, wow.
One of the jokes that is so great is he hands her a set of pencils, and she's like, is this from Santa? He's like, no, it's from me. And it has her name on it. Her character's name is Sabrina, and she tries to read it and she can't get it.
She's like, Sabrina. It says Sabrina because she doesn't know how to read.
No, because he's an orphan.
Sabrina. It's like, it says Sabrina. And then there was that really annoying audience member.
Yeah, he just yelled out random stuff.
Yeah. That was funny.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
I love that Christmas episode.
I'm sure you do.
Yes. I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What? No, I was done.
Oh, you were done.
Yeah.
I know that you were into the holiday spirit.
Of course, yes.
What are some of your favorite Christmas episodes of shows?
So I do like a lot of Christmas specials, and one of my favorite Christmas specials is actually, I guess I should categorize these as Christmas classic cartoons. Like they had Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, A Year Without a Santa Claus. Real classic ones that were made in the 70s, I think it was. Really fun, great for kids. It's a really fun thing. There's another special that I saw, and it's called Rudolph's Shiny New Year. And he tries to, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer tries to get Happy the Baby New Year to Father Time's castle. So it will become the new year.
Interesting.
I love those shows. I remember watching them as a kid. And then I also watched the A Charlie Brown Christmas. I love Charlie Brown specials. They also did Happy New Year, Charlie Brown, which maybe we could watch tonight.
That's possible.
I think it's a fun one.
We could check and see if we could find it.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I love Peanuts Gang specials. They're real fun, and I love the Peanuts gang anyway. And I also love different Christmas movies as well.
How did you feel about watching depictions of Santa Claus growing up?
Well, I was a kid, and I, at one time, believed that there was a Santa Claus because I had a big imagination, and I thought, oh, maybe there is a fat man living at the North Pole.
You stopped that around 37, though.
No, I stopped that when I was probably around 10 or 11.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
When I had common sense.
Okay.
But I was very confused. I was very, very confused because I believed I was taught about the real reason of Christmas, yet when I was little, my parents would say, oh, you guys have to go to sleep, otherwise Santa Claus isn't going to come to give you your presents, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. And when I was a kid, I didn't know any better. I'm like, okay, fine,
Yeah.
But I was confused. I was confused about who Santa Claus really represented, who Santa Claus really was. And come to find out when I was older, maybe 10 or 11, I was beginning to learn that in fact was not true. And I really wish I would have learned the truth, but I think my parents wanted to follow tradition, and kids were doing that in their own families, and it was just tradition.
Did you ever have a heart-to-heart with your parents about Santa Claus and them lying to you?
No, I didn't. What my sister and her husband have done is they have taught their kids that Santa Claus isn't real. You get your presents from your parents, and they don't even take them to see the mall Santas. That's how much they want them to know the truth, and I think that's really healthy.
I do too.
And I also think that it dispels a lot of confusion, because I was really confused. I was very, very confused. So, and there are some grown-ups that refuse to tell their children the truth.
And yet they teach their kids that it's wrong to lie.
Right. I just don't understand. I was having a debate with somebody, we don't have to mention this person's name right here.
No.
With him about Santa Claus being real. I said, Santa Claus is not real. And he goes, yes, he is. I was like, yeah, well, who do who gives your kids those toys or whatever? And he's like, Santa Claus does. I'm like, no, he doesn't. He's not real. There's no elves. They don't make toys. There's not even a Mrs. Claus. There is a North Pole, but he doesn't live there. No human that drives a sleigh around the world can do that in one night. It's merely impossible. It would be fun to think that, but it's not true. So, I mean, I don't know.
I just have this vision of people listening to this,
Mm-hmm.
And thinking these people are either super skeptical or super naive to think that, people actually believe in Santa Claus. And I want to say something to those people who may have thoughts of that nature, is if you teach kids to believe in something that's false, mm-hmm. you open them up to be gullible. You open them up to be corrupted by the system. You're not doing them any favors by teaching them to believe in a man in the sky.
Right. Well, he isn't in the sky.
He is in the sky.
Well,
yes, he is.
He drives a sleigh in the sky.
That's right. So he's in the sky.
Okay.
You're not doing your kids any favor to teach your kids to believe in a man in the sky who's going to judge you based on your behavior.
We're not talking about Santa Claus.
I thought we were talking.
Oh, we're talking about Santa Claus. Okay.
What did you think we were talking about?
I don't know. He doesn't really judge on behavior. He just kind of.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
he's not real.
No, he isn't real.
The myth about him is
he's
making a list.
Sleeping.
He's doing it twice. He's going to judge you whether you're naughty or nice.
He's going to find out.
He sees you when you're
sleeping,
and even in the bathroom.
That's kind of creepy if you think about it.
Yeah.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. I don't know.
There's no man in the sky judging you. Get over it, people.
Well, there is.
Really?
Yeah. We don't have to go there.
Oh, yeah. Alana believes in God and Jesus and all that stuff.
Don't mock.
I'm not mocking. I'm just pointing out a fact.
Okay. Well, if anyone has listened to our episodes before, you would know that by now.
Hopefully. I have a more complex belief system. But as far as Santa Claus goes, it's something we both agree on.
Yeah,
you're horrible parents if you teach your kids.
I just think
horrible parents.
Horrible parents.
And your kids would be taken away by the state.
I don't think that's a little too extreme.
That's a little bit too extreme.
They wouldn't be taking. They wouldn't. No, you're the one who said that.
Oh, I was just trying to get some cool points with you, babe. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I went too far.
No.
Go ahead.
You didn't go. You didn't do very well. Well, yeah. I mean, I just think that characters like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, I really think that children should know the truth right away so that they don't expect a lot. You know, they don't. You know, they won't get disappointed. Because they'll know the truth and you know, because if you tell them about these characters, they're going to be like, hey, wait a minute, how come I never got any money from the Tooth Fairy? Mm-hmm. It's because the Tooth Fairy doesn't exist.
You know what they should get for losing a tooth? A visit to the dentist. You know what they should get for Christmas?
A lump of coal.
No.
What?
They should get the satisfaction in knowing that they survived to the end of another year.
That sounds so
And
corny.
a hug.
That sounds so corny.
And a hug.
That sounds corny.
They could get a hug for Christmas.
No.
How about that?
A little more than that.
And, okay, we'll throw in a handshake.
Maybe
and I'm glad you're still alive.
Maybe you should get a lump of coal next year. I don't know. You're being a little snarky.
Sorry. I'm very rarely.
We should not. We should. We. I think I should put a disclaimer. Do not let your children listen to this.
I got on a little bit of a tangent there about Santa Claus.
A little snarky.
Sorry if I went too far, okay.
You want to get the spirit of snarkiness.
Sorry, I'm gonna be birthday boy.
Maybe you won't get any presents next year. You know, you never know.
No. Let's not do that. I'm gonna be birthday boy.
Oh.
Gonna be birthday boy.
Don't be snarky.
I'm gonna be birthday boy.
I may give you just so much as a lump of coal.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll give you a fire for Christmas,
wow.
but I'll give you the coal to make a fire with. There you go.
Interesting.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you got to set the proper example, babe.
Right. No. Don't be snarky. But no, I think we both believe it's important to share the truth with your kids as early as possible. Don't set them up for failure.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. As many parents do.
Yes, sometimes they do. Yes, with good intentions.
Maybe, yes.
So my friend in the Midwest.
Go ahead.
I love her to death, but she we had this discussion a long time ago that she wanted to have her kids believe in Santa Claus when they were little, and I said, why? I told her why I wouldn't, but she said, I want them to have an imagination. And I'm thinking, they would already have an imagination even without a belief in Santa Claus.
There are other ways to encourage.
Yes.
Creativity.
And if they can watch those old Christmas cartoons because they're fun, right? But, let those kids know, hey, this is not real. This is not what Christmas is supposed to be. This is just a fun cartoon. They're not real. There's no guy in a sleigh.
Christmas is supposed to be about getting BB guns.
Yeah, they'll shoot you'll shoot your eye out.
Shooting your eye out.
Yeah.
And stealing from your little brother or sister. I think that's what the spirit of Christmas
I think Christmas is also about outsmarting burglars and getting them out of your house. Or outsmarting burglars and getting them out of a toy store.
Do you think they'll ever do the Home Alone movie that I proposed?
Home Alone 57?
No, Home Alone 8, Christmas on the Moon.
That is weird.
Do you want to tell the premise of this movie?
You can do that.
Okay. People are always trying to reinvigorate the Home Alone franchise.
I think we need more water soon.
Let me make this pitch. You're always like, okay. And we had an idea for a Home Alone movie.
Actually, it was you. But go on.
You just let me down the water. So the idea is we call it Home Alone 8, Christmas on the Moon. And the idea is that Kevin and his family are visiting NASA. There's about to be a huge ceremony, and they're about to ascend a rocket ship into space. So Kevin's family is breaking up. The mom and the dad are having a lot of issues, and he wants to get them back together. He says he's going to go and use the bathroom. He goes into the bathroom, and then he walks out. He's being a little rambunctious. He accidentally gets into one of the spaceships and presses the go button and sends it flying into space into the moon. Meanwhile, the criminals Marv and Harry are also on the spaceship. So they go to the moon with him. They land on the moon. They get their spacesuits on. And we know this is a little bit far-fetched and they can never happen, but go with us. So now he has to outwit Marv and Harry when he's on the moon. He has to use the tricks of gravity. And while this is going on the moon, back at home, his parents are starting to argue. Oh my God, we let Kevin go to the moon by himself. And then they're like, oh my God, we let Kevin go to the moon and Marv and Harry are with him.
Yeah.
What are they going to do to him? They're arguing. They get sad. And they think there's no hope for Kevin. Somehow, radio contact is established with the rocket ship. Kevin is still alive. His resources are low. Marv and Harry are starting to outsmart them. They're outside of the rocket ship with their moon suits on, so they have oxygen and all that good stuff. He doesn't know if he can make it. His mom gets on the intercom at NASA. She makes an impassioned speech. You hear the music going in the background. Kevin goes outside. He throws some Tang in their face.
In the Burler's face?
Yep, he throws some frozen peas at them. They fall. He ignites the spaceship. The spaceship takes off and is headed towards Earth. Marv and Harry get up and they're like, or Marv's like, well, at least we're free, Harry. To which Harry replies with, but Marv, we're running out of oxygen here. The spaceship lands at Earth. There's a huge ceremony. Kevin's mom runs to hug him. The father embraces him too. And they realize that they're going to spend Christmas together. Well, Harry and Marv are together, spending their last Christmas
On the moon.
running out of oxygen on the moon.
Now, what do you want? And explain how you wanted it to end, like a blooper or whatever it is, or the ending of it.
The ending of it could be over the ending credits. You see like Marv and Harry on the moon as they're dying, but you shoot it like it's a real thing. So you shoot it like it's supposed to be this dramatic scene of them dying, but they keep having bloopers, like they keep flubbing their lines of death, or like there's supposed to be a big death scene, but. You know, Marv has Harry in his hand, but then he lets go and Harry flies out into space or something. You know, something funny like that. Something good for the kids, I think.
That would be fun. That would be kind of a fun movie.
Home Alone 8, Christmas on the Moon.
Well, there's the only problem, though.
What's that?
The original kid that plays Kevin is older.
You do computer generated CGI and bring the young Kevin back.
Okay, I don't know how that would work.
Do you know about the actor James Dean?
Yes.
Have you heard the recent thing about him?
No.
Okay. About a month ago, as we're recording this,
Yes.
there was a news story coming out that there is a film about the Vietnam War in the works. And the lead actor in that film is going to be James Dean, who died in 1955.
Right.
They've contacted his estate, and they're using CGI effects to have the computer likeness of James Dean in the film. So we could CGI Macaulay Culkin into this project. And while we're at it, why not bring back John Candy? We'll have his polka team go to NASA and perform.
Polka, polka, polka. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Bring back Candy. That's what I always say.
They do the polka scene, and you see like a cameo of John Candy's face in the ceremony.
That's
and
right.
They have the background music, and they're celebrating because Kevin is back to Earth. And they're like, all right, everybody, let's do the polka. And
I like that. Okay.
they do the polka at the end, and then towards the end of the movie, then you see Harry and Marv trying to figure out what they're going to do because they're losing oxygen.
But they're free.
But they're free.
You know, because they broke out of prison. They're on the spaceship. And now they realize that they're outside of the law. But they're also running out of oxygen.
But I think it would be funny to do like a blooper thing at the end of it.
I do. We're going to do that.
He says, instead of saying, to the moon, Alice, he says, to the moon, Harry.
I don't know about that. Let me write that.
Honeymooners.
Honeymooners. Great show that you've still not watched.
I know.
Oh, I love that show.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Maybe before Christmas on the Moon comes out, we can watch The Honeymooners.
Yeah, when is that going to come out? By the time we're 80?
I don't know. Good point.
I don't know. It's a fun idea, but you actually have some really good ideas for scripts.
Thank you. I know I do.
Oh,
What?
a little cocky.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jaylo. Maybe I just hold myself my bounds. I mean,
I don't know. I do. You know what?
let's try that. I want you to say it again. I want you to say you actually have some good ideas for scripts.
You actually have some good ideas for scripts.
Jaylo, thank you. I never knew. I just never knew.
But you know, I get cocky again. There's something I do to cocky men.
How's excellent?
This is a PG show.
Oh, what do you do to cocky men?
Oh, you'll find out.
Oh.
You're not gonna like it, by the way.
Oh.
A little cocky.
Oh.
I don't know. You're a little cocky and snarky.
No.
I kind of wonder if I should return your presents.
I don't think it's too late, baby. You've
It
already
is
lost.
too
this.
late, but still.
You've lost the receipts.
I didn't lose the receipt.
You did.
I didn't lose.
Yeah, you did. Moving on.
I had an email receipt.
It got lost.
Ah.
Yes.
No, I still have it.
No, your computer broke down and deleted it.
Oh, stop it.
Anyways, so that's my pitch for a Home Alone movie. That's how they can revitalize a franchise. And then, if that goes well, next year you have Home Alone 9, Christmas on Neptune.
Neptune?
Yep.
Okay.
Marvin Harry somehow escaped the moon, got to Neptune. Don't ask too many questions.
Maybe Jupiter.
No, Home Alone 9, because 9 has...
No. Christmas on Jupiter.
No. 9
Yes.
starts with the letter N.
Oh, and
Neptune has N in it.
Oh.
See my logic?
Alliteration.
Yep. Home Alone 9, Christmas on Neptune.
Oh.
See?
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas on the Moon idea sounds fun.
It does.
A little bit strange, but
I don't know if it'll ever get made, but it's an idea.
it's an idea.
Yes.
You should find maybe a local script, company. I don't know where you
A
go
local
to.
script company?
I don't know, like wherever you mail scripts to.
That would be a literary agent.
A literary agent, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a local literary agency.
Well, we're not going to get into the idea now, but
I know.
You do know that one of my ideas, or one of my goals for next year, is to write a movie script.
Yes.
So we'll see what comes of that.
Yes.
Yes.
This doggy's getting restless.
Yes.
Doggy getting restless.
Yes.
Does that mean that you're tired?
It might be.
You notice that, I don't know, it may be the same with dogs, but you notice that when little kids are restless, they are tired.
Yeah.
They're just basically saying, I'm tired and I can't go to sleep, so I'm going to fight it.
That's really interesting. You're right about that. Because
Or if they act up, they're tired.
Yeah, because you would think if they were tired, they would just like lie down instead of getting all hyperactive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, woo.
That's true. Very true, Jaylo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Alana,
Yes.
are there any self-love practices or activities you plan to do in the next couple of days?
Oh.
And you can say no.
Well, the one that I can think of right now, besides celebrating my favorite holiday of the year, which is Christmas, is going up north to see my family for New Year's. And taking that time to kind of, spend some time away from Portland for a little bit. And
You looked at me when you said that.
I did it. I wasn't trying to look at you.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't trying to. I was just facing you.
Okay.
I didn't know I was looking at you because I can't look at you.
Okay, go ahead.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you can't see.
Right.
You
I
didn't
can't
know.
look at you.
Gotcha.
My eyes are not focused on you. It's focusing everywhere.
Okay.
Or whatever. Anyway.
Good.
But no, one of the things I want to do is every time I see my family, I just enjoy their time and company and their food, because I love, that's comfort food to me, and kind of being back in Washington again. Not that I don't love Portland, don't get me wrong, I do. And there's one big reason why.
Oh, goodness.
Which is obvious, but it is nice to go to my home away from home and to get some relaxation in, and maybe start some more on that book again, too.
I'm interested to see what you think about it once you finish it.
Yeah, I'm interested too. What was that book I was thinking about reading next? Oh, it was the one about the cult thing. Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I read it this morning.
Was this written recently, like a couple years ago?
Like a year ago, yeah.
Ah, perfect.
It's the cult that the lady from the show Smallville was allegedly.
That is so crazy. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Smallville, but I did see a bunch of episodes, and she just didn't seem like a. But then, what do I know? I mean, I don't know what kind of a person she really is in real life. Allison, whatever her name is. It's on the tip of my tongue, though. I don't know what her name is. Her last name is.
And we should say she allegedly. They say it in the book pretty concrete, but we don't know for sure. AKA, I don't have the lawyers to fight it.
Yeah.
Right. But I saw part of one episode of Smallville, but I was never really into the show. I knew other people who were, and they seemed to like her on the show, for whatever that's worth.
Right.
But it's a crazy story.
It is a crazy story, and I heard a 2020 episode about it, and I believe the author of that book that you read was the story was about.
Yeah,
her.
It sounds like it from
Sarah,
when we're talking. I don't remember
whatever her last name is.
Yeah.
But it was a really interesting story, and how it was very, very, very hard for her to leave, but she had to leave. She needed to go. It was just not. It was taking over her life pretty much. And I think maybe we should explore. Maybe we could talk about cults in our next one.
I like that idea.
Yeah. It's because they're kind of they're sad, they're scary, but they're also really fascinating.
Because at the beginning, at least, they provide something that people are looking for, right? Whether it's discipline or a connection to a community, they are filling some type of void. Yeah.
But the sad thing is that once you're in, once they've actually convinced you to join, then you find out the ins and outs of that cult. You don't know it's a cult yet until you find out the ins and outs of it. Right.
That's right.
Whether or not you are in a higher level in the position of where you are in the cult, or if it doesn't have any levels, but you find out the ins and outs of various hierarchies that are in charge of that. It's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yes.
How restrictive they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cults.
Yes. Anywho.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Alana?
Oh, why don't we talk about what we had to eat?
Oh, you mean from Burgerville?
Yes, and then what we had afterwards.
So we already mentioned that we had the milkshake, but I had the spicy bean burger, and you had?
I had my favorite, one of my favorite burgers, which is the pepper bacon cheeseburger, and we shared a large fry.
I love the food there.
Their food is so good.
I know.
And then afterwards, we dipped into the fudge that I made the other day, and it's still really good.
Yeah.
I guess in some ways it's probably a little bit easier that it is softer, because you're able to get it. You're able to dig and get the pieces out, but it's delicious. So
I also broke you off a piece of something. The 1 pound candy bar.
Break me off a piece of that. No.
1 pound candy bar that they sell at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, they had the Trader Joe's 1 pound candy bar that you got, and
we're getting another one tomorrow.
He broke me off a piece of that. It was really good. It was really, really good.
It just melts in your mouth.
It just tastes like some really good quality chocolate. It was really good.
Amazing.
It wasn't too rich. It was just perfect. And we got to get like 2 bags more of the rich cut potato chips.
Oh, we're for sure doing that, babe.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm hoping that there's vitamins there, because I need to get another thing of vitamins.
Oh.
Yes. Got to keep my health up with those vitamins.
That's right.
And possibly a cake.
Possibly a cake. Yeah, we will see.
Somebody has a birthday coming up.
Oh.
Gotta do something special.
Yes.
Yes. But that was it.
That was it? Anything else?
No.
All right, Jaylo, I think we're good.
We are good.
Should we call this one Christmas on the Moon? Or something else?
Something else, but not Christmas on the Moon.
How about something else, but not Christmas on the Moon?
Let's come to that when we come to that.
How about we call it Kevin for Christmas?
Let me think. Christmas Reflections.
Okay, we'll call it Christmas Reflections.
Yeah.
Alana's been helping on the last few titles, so
Christmas Reflections. I think that's good because we didn't just talk about Christmas. We talked about other stuff.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, how about Christmas and Reflections?
Okay.
All right.
That's good.
Sounds good, Jaylo.
That's right.
Oh, I love my Jaylo.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, until next time.
Till next time. Yes.
Eat some wild